I believe it was about a month or so ago now that I went to a nice little event in Stratford at the Secret Weapon pub for an event for the Pac-Man Quarter-scale Arcade's machine from Numskull Designs. And I did say when I went to that event that I would be reviewing the thing. And, well, what do you know? Here it is. The Pac-Man Quarter-scale Arcade machine is in my possession in a nice little collector's edition. So I just thought I'd make a quick little video updating you on the machine now that I've had a bit of a chance to actually go with it a bit more, showing you kind of what's inside the box, I guess, and just telling you all the things about it that I can really gather. So the Pac-Man Collector's Edition, as I've got, it is pretty much just as it was in Stratford. It is a quarter-scale replica of the actual arcade machine. It's properly designed, it's got all the things in the right place, it's got an exact ROM running a legitimate, perfect copy of the game. It's all well and good. It's a lovely looking bit of kit, certainly. Inside the box you get various things. You get a USB cable to power it up, and in the collector's edition you get a nice certificate of authenticity. This is one of 10,000 limited edition ones that have been made. You get a collector's coin, you know, you get some nice little tidbits, and you get a little card for a user's guide that is, alas, available online. No manual, I'm afraid. Not that you really need a manual for Pac-Man, I suppose. It's a pretty simple game, you know, you just move the joystick and you collect the dots and collect the pips, collect the power pills, avoid the ghosts and all of that, but, you know, it's Pac-Man. Now, for the price, obviously, you might think, I mean, it's £150 this, and, you know, it is Pac-Man. I wouldn't blame you for thinking that that is a bit steep. I mean, I would say, having played this quite a lot, this is certainly something for Pac-Man lovers, like for real lovers of arcade machines, for people who already have a big game room, like with all sorts of stuff in it. Maybe it's something, of course, also for people who have like gaming spaces, like dev spaces. I mean, like something like this would look very good in a gaming office. Would I say it's something necessarily for a casual person, just someone who likes Pac-Man but doesn't really, perhaps has never actually played the proper arcade machine, and is just looking for something silly? Like, would it be a good gift for, say, a child or something? I don't know. I mean, it depends. I mean, someone of that might not necessarily appreciate just how kind of authentic this thing is. Not being funny about that, but it is £150. It is a bit steep, and if you're just looking for a generic Pac-Man and you didn't care just how authentic it was, you know, there are much cheaper things of this style. But the product itself is magnificent. I'll just bring it over for you to have a little look at here. I mean, what else is there to say about it? It is Pac-Man. It's very loud. I've demonstrated that in the video. I've turned the volume down so, you know, you can actually hear me speak, because this machine is actually quite loud. It's got speakers on the back that you can probably just about see, maybe. Difficult to focus, but it's got the speakers on the back. It's got a little volume here. If we crank that up, you can hear, and it does certainly. It has a sort of room-filling sound. It's not a tinny sound. It sounds legitimately like a Pac-Man. It doesn't sound like it's coming through cheap speakers at all. So it does fill your room. You know, if you have it on and playing, you know, it's going to grab people's attention. And you've just got an on and off switch here, and all that, and a little USB, micro USB input, which you can use, so you don't have to have it connected. This is purely used to charge the machine up. You don't need to have this connected to anything at all in order to play it, as long as it's charged. And the actual build quality of the machine is fine. It's pretty solid, you know. You can feel that it's well made. It's not plasticky. It feels like an arcade machine. It feels like, you know, what you do if you were to tap the arcade machine and all of that. It's all good. I mean, it's a really, really nice bit of kit. I can tell you that for nothing. And the joystick as well is very nice and very... Don't know if you can hear that. but you do get a nice clicky joystick. When I first played this machine back in London Play Expo, it didn't have the clicky joystick, and I have to admit, when I first played this, I was kind of not sure. I thought, you know, where's the clicky joystick? You know, you kind of need that clickiness. You need that feel in your fingers rather than just a regular old joystick. But it's got one now, and it feels so much better because the controls for it really do feel quite excellent. So yeah, I mean, as far as build quality goes, it's good. Is it worth the money for that build quality? Yeah, I mean, I imagine that it probably took a fair bit of cash to put the thing together. So, you know, I don't begrudge them selling it at £150. I think that for someone who really loves Pac-Man, who loves arcade games in general, who loves the feel of the arcade and wants a kind of authentic experience but doesn't have the space for an arcade, kind of a person like me really, you know, this is a really nice bit of kit. Would I personally have spunked £150 in it, like myself? Well, I mean, I'm not a massive Pac-Man person myself, so no, I wouldn't have. But there are other arcades that are potentially planned in the future. Things like Missile Command could be one that we're hoping to see, which I would personally jump all over. And other sort of games, I think Bubble Bobble is another one. They're kind of working with companies like Namco and Taito, so pretty much anything from their lineups of arcade games is something you might accept to see. I think Galaxian is going to be the next one. Galaga as well is definitely on their list. All sorts of machines like that. So it is a good machine. Definitely one, you know, if you want a really good gaming collectible this Christmas, you know, something that's really gonna stick out in a game room, that's gonna be a proper like antique, or well, not antique, but like ornament, I suppose, centerpiece. You know, the Pac-Man Quarter-scale Arcade is a pretty good bet. If you're just looking for a regular Pac-Man experience, there's obviously lots of cheaper ways to go about doing it. But I would say that I'm pretty happy. I mean, I will say, of course, I will disclose that I received this from Numskull Designs. I did not pay for it myself, and again, maybe I wouldn't myself pay £150 for this. But I can't say I'm displeased to have received one. So yeah, that's about it as far as thoughts on the machine go, and yeah. Thank you very much to Numskull for sending me it. Thank you to Chris at Games You Love for kind of getting me in touch and getting me involved. And yeah, thanks very much. A nice little Christmas gift from those people, I feel. So yeah, that'll do for now, and I'll see you on another video. Take care and bye for now. Thank you so much for watching this little review. I would just like to say again that Numskull Designs sent me this product. There was no monetary transaction for this review. If you want more information about the Pac-Man Quarter-scale Arcade, you can go to www.numskull.com, and the machine is available at all usual electronic gaming related outlets. As ever, I would like to say that if you liked this video, then please do like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell, and you know, all that other thing that you're supposed to do when you're on YouTube. You gotta say these things because, you know, you wouldn't do it otherwise, would you? I'm sure you wouldn't. And of course, if you want to support this channel and support my various nichey weird content and documentaries and all that, please do check out my Patreon. You could join this list of very awesome people that I am about to read out. Alexander Jazeri, Andrew Dalton, Andy Capt, Daniel Briggs, Daniel Dave Taylor, Dave Cork, David Rose, Dustin Cooper, Gary Pinkett, Geordie Alex, James Loveridge, Jason Goy, Jason Stevens, Jace Alexander, Lee Norris, Loms Daniel, Martin Pataki, Nicholas Tristan, Peter Jack, Phil Taprog, Potter Margel, Pixels Limited, Quan DX, Rachel Maxwell, Ren Bimon, Rock 2000, Seth Robinson, Simon Gulliver, Yucca Operator, and Zach Roach. To them, and all the rest of the community, thank you so much, and goodbye.